All right. Well, we're going to get started anyway because it's just about noon. I'm sure we have a lot of you joining us on YouTube, and I'm going to be checking my text messages for questions from Robin that she's going to be sending. We have a Facebook feed going for chat comments, so we want to make sure that you see us over on the Facebook page. So you can find us at Flourish Thrive Academy on Facebook, and if you haven't already, you can like our page because that's really important, right? Robin and I wanted to have this Google chat today to just really touch base with you to talk about anything that you need help with. And we know that we had some designers who were hopefully going to join us live. Hopefully this is our first time. Okay, now I can hear you. Talk. It's fading in and out, so it's working, Robin. It has something to do with the audio on your side. I don't know if you have your blue snowball. You can try that. I'm not sure if you brought it. Anyway, we are, hopefully Robin will be able to join us vocally at some point. So today we just wanted to hang out and chat with you guys and kind of see what's up in your jewelry business. And of course, as a lot of you have been seeing through the emails that you're receiving from us and some other things, that we are launching our first holiday sales intensive called Ramp Up Your Holiday Sales. And for us, this is a really exciting intensive because last year at this time, we had just sort of started Flourish and Thrive Academy. And instead of doing a sales intensive for holiday, we had launched our Laying the Foundation course. And I know that a lot of the designers who are working with that, who we were working with at the time, really wanted help with their holiday sales. So when Robin and I decided to only launch Laying the Foundation and Multiply Your Profits one time a year, just because it's a really intensive program and we know it can be overwhelming, we thought, well, what a better time to help designers with their holiday sales than during the holiday season. Robin, I have an idea. You know, my Skype window's open. Do you want to chat in Skype and I can kind of just answer questions there from you? I'm going to put Robin on the screen just for a moment so you guys can see her. Robin, say hello. Her audio's not working. We don't know why. We see you talking, Robin, but we can't hear you. So I don't know what's going on, but we're just going to have to wing it. And in fact, sometimes in life, you just got to figure it out and wing it and do whatever you can to make things work, you know, with what you're working with. So that's what we're going to do today. So like I said, we're doing Ramp Up Your Holiday Sales. Today is the last day for enrollment. We'll have our sales page open until midnight this evening. We have a lot of designers already joining us, but we have plenty of room for a lot more of you. And one of the things that I think is the most important about this sales intensive really is getting the guidance and coaching and mentoring from experts in the industry. I was just on the phone with Tim Adam. He was helping us with our Google Hangout difficulties. He's just been awesome for us. So he helps with not only technical stuff, but also jewelry designers have great Etsy shops. So, you know, we're really excited to have people in the handmade community joining us. We're really excited to have these famous designers that Robin and I have known over the years in the fashion end of jewelry. We're really excited to have experts in social media and experts in actually planning for creative businesses. Tara Gentili is going to be hosting a strategy session at the end of this course, which Robin and I are going to be working with her in the fall to help with strategy for Flourish and Thrive Academy. And from what I know about her and what I've seen watching her for the last couple of years, in addition to talking to other designers that we work with who have worked with her either one-on-one or in some of her coaching programs, that she is just really smart and has just an out-of-the-box sort of ideas about all things that kind of are happening right now in creating strategy for creative businesses. So super awesome. Robin, I heard you again. Talk.
Oh, you did?
Oh my gosh, I hear you now.
Oh
What's
my gosh.
happened?
I don't know.
Yay! Maybe you needed to have your Skype on because I heard Skype load. I have you on the screen now. Robin, now you can really say hi.
Hi.
The technical gods are with us, helping us out. All right, so we just wanted to mention that we're having a chat over on Facebook. Robin's going to be digging up some of the questions that we've had in our support email, and she's going to be feeding those to me momentarily. And she's also going to be running the chat, and we'll both be talking a little bit. But before we get started, we wanted to do some laser coaching for you guys as well. So if you're interested in that, you can either ping us on Facebook or email support@flourishthriveacademy.com, and we can send you an invitation to actually join us live. We have a couple of designers who are going to be joining us hopefully momentarily. I don't see them in the queue yet, though. So awesome. Robin.
No, I'm so excited.
That was just me talking over your face. Do you have anything else to add that I missed now that we have you on screen?
That this is a great opportunity to ask questions, and that we're here for you, the designers, and we really are passionate about having you succeed in your business. So all I can say is take advantage of this opportunity to ask us really anything. And
really anything.
We love it. We love a challenge like that.
So one of the things, I'm going to switch this back over to me. So one of the things that we consistently, Robin, that we get questions about is pricing, because I know like this time of year I think people start to think more about wholesaling their product. And we consistently get questions about how do I price for wholesale, and especially those of you who aren't really familiar with like wholesaling. Maybe you've had an Etsy shop before, or you've just launched on your own website, or you're selling direct to consumer and you haven't really done much as far as like selling to a store and having them mark it up. So I just wanted to address that quickly, and first I wanted to preface this by saying there is no one-stop shop formula. Wouldn't you say that, Robin?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So I wanted to mention that first, because like the markup that I would use typically for my wholesale line might have been, when I had a wholesale line, might be different than what you use based on the type of jewelry that you make. Typically, the way we suggest pricing your product, and it's the formula, you need to work it out what's going to be best, because there are a lot of things to consider. Not only the cost that the market will bear, but also like what the perceived value of your product is, what others are doing in the market that are similar to you, and what they're pricing your work at, and also like how you kind of value your work. So if you're kind of creating things that are readily available in the market, you're probably going to have to price your product a little bit more competitively, which means in order to make more money, you'll probably need to scale it. If you have a more exclusive product, you can play a little bit around with how you price it, because if you're the only one sort of in your marketplace, or there are very few who kind of do what you do, you can charge more premium price points. And one of the things that I get questions about all the time, especially with my custom business, is about charging for custom work, especially since, you know, custom work inherently calls for a premium price point. So you want to make sure that if you're taking on custom work, that you can charge enough money for that. Since I work in fine jewelry, it's a little bit easier to charge, you know, to charge what I need to charge in order to make a good profit, but also so that my customer feels as though they've received a really good value. I mean, I really do give a lot of time and attention to my clients, so that's part of what they're investing in when they work with me. So let's get to the pricing formula really quickly. You're going to want to take the cost of the goods and add the labor in. So if you're making this yourself, you need to figure out a labor price per hour. You also need, what I would suggest to you is to figure out sort of what a common labor price for the type of work you do. For instance, like if you have a product that is mostly wire wrapped, then you want to make sure, Robin, you may make sure that you turn those notifications off that are pinging, so I can hear them. Thanks.
Okay.
If you have a product that is like typically assembled via wire wrap, or just putting it together doesn't require heat or tools, typically a basic rate for that kind of labor is between $10 to $15 an hour. Now, if you're doing this yourself, this is a really good thing to think about. Like, is it the best use of your time to actually be doing this on assembly, or is it better to find someone to do it for you? So you take the cost of materials plus the labor, and then times it by anything from 2 to 4 times, including the labor. Now, you're going to have to play around with this formula a little bit because, and this is also being broadcast publicly, so, you're going to have to play around with the formula a little bit. But, these are the things that cover your overhead. So when you figure out your wholesale price, that when it's marked up for retail, you have enough cushion in there if you're selling it direct to consumer. So for instance, let's take a $10 piece of cost plus labor jewelry, and I'm just going to say that the materials cost $7 and the assembly of the piece was $3. We'll just throw that out there. A typical wholesale cost on that would be about $30, and then your retail markup is going to be anything from 2.2 to 2.5. So I would say a typical $30 wholesale price point is going to be $68 at retail. And that's kind of how you need to think about this moving forward kind of with your pricing. So, I mean, that is not a one-stop shop formula. If you are buying handmade goods and you're actually like a retail consumer, I don't want this to like discourage you from buying handmade products, because there is a huge labor of love that goes into this type of work. Right, Robin?
Absolutely.
Is there anything that you want to add to that? I'm going to switch the screen over to you.
As far as pricing, really consider all the things that you were pointing out as far as consideration, but something that's come up a lot is perceived value. And to not discard that, and to really look at sometimes something may be really easy to make, but also the perceived value of it is a lot higher than what you would normally think. So you've got to take into consideration for sure, because it's going to ebb and flow. You're going to have pieces that are going to be, you're not going to have much margin, and then you're going to have pieces that you're going to have more. So.
Okay, I just got a text from Kathy that she hasn't received the link yet. So I am, hold on, check email again. I'm going to send her a thing, but why don't you go ahead and cover one of the next questions. So I'm in the midst of transitioning from jewelry making as a hobby to a business and wonder if this is the right place and time for me. I've created and sold jewelry directly online for nearly 6 years, but have recently gone full-time. Some of my struggles are primarily with pricing, which we just spoke about, confidence, and a general lack of jewelry business knowledge. Am I in the right place? Wow.
Heck yes.
Okay, Rob, I'm going to let you answer that, and I'm going to just re-invite Kathy.
Okay.
So she can get on the phone.
Great. Absolutely, you are in the right place. One of the reasons that when Tracy came up with Flourish and Thrive Academy and really wanting to help jewelry designers get business savvy, wanted to create this community, and that is what we're doing here. Is we've created this amazing community, and it builds your confidence, it gives you support. And we get to help you with all of those things, with the pricing. And but the beautiful thing is, congratulations on.
I know, so great.
The fact that you, and I'm so sorry I don't have your name, because I would love to.
It's Lindsay Morgan.
Pardon me?
Lindsay Morgan.
It's Lindsay. Okay, Lindsay. So thrilled that you are taking that leap. I mean, the hardest part is actually taking that initial leap and really diving into it, so that it sounds like you've got a really nice base, and that you've been doing this for 6 years, and you're full-time, which is fantastic. So you are definitely in the right place. And we have designers who are just starting out in business. We have designers who've been in business for 10, 12, 15 years. So we have a nice broad spectrum that can help with all of those struggles. So we're pulling from a lot of different resources, in addition to what Tracy and I have personally experienced. So lack of jewelry business knowledge, that is what we're all about. We're going to get you business savvy. That is our goal.
Awesome. Yes. Hold on.
And
Kathy's going to join us in a second.
great.
Just texting someone really quickly to make sure that she got the link. Loli, who wanted to join us today too. Okay,
And
Kathy is on her way. She's going to be joining us soon. Robin, how are the questions over in the Facebook? Do we have any people? It doesn't look like we have anyone chatting with us over there yet.
Not yet.
Someone did say that they couldn't see us. I got an email saying that they couldn't see us. You need to join us. We found this out, and we sent an email about this. You can watch us by going to my Facebook or my YouTube page. It's Tracy Matthews NYC, and you should be able to see the live stream. So I'm going to double check that here just by going over here. And then Robin, did you get a chance to check out some more of the questions?
Yeah, we have Lakia who.
Oh, go ahead.
Lakia, who is just starting out selling her jewelry, her handmade jewelry, and she is looking to start a website. And she's also wondering about advice on where to find inexpensive packaging material, as well as more effective way to ship through the post office. Or should she be getting her own kind of shipping meter and equipment? And
great
so
question.
She's actually got a few good questions. I think we should tackle these one at a time because they're so good, and I want to make sure we give appropriate attention to them. So I'm just going to break them down here and say, okay, so she's getting started and she's looking to start her website, which is fantastic because we really feel even if you have a presence on Etsy, if you want to make a name for yourself and really brand yourself, that we feel it's very important to have your own website. So that's
Robin,
fantastic.
I'm going to mute myself just for a second because I'm testing something. So go ahead.
And so I don't know if you have any specifics about your website, but you're welcome to go ahead and send those in and ask some additional questions if you're wondering about how you should set it up. Awesome. Also, regarding advice on inexpensive packing materials. And so packing materials, are you wanting to pack, is it packing, well, we can address two. Packing materials, so packaging your own materials and branding your own jewelry. There are a couple of things you can do. I mean, there's certainly Rio Grande that is a great website for all sorts of resources in the jewelry industry. And Tracy, were there any specific?
Uline is great for packaging.
Oh, Uline.
Yeah, and if you use UPS, they'll give you free boxes, which we always loved, that are perfect. They have a size that's really perfect for jewelry shipping.
And we're kind of fans of UPS just because there's tracking, there's they provide boxes for you, there's insurance up to a certain amount where you don't have to pay anything additional, but and they come to you. So you don't have to go to the post office. Now, if you're just starting out, like you said, you may want to consider, we do have some designers who will take their packages a couple times a week to be mailed out. So it really is kind of what works for you at this time and also costing it out as far as what works for you. But if you call, I mean, let your fingers do the walking and pick up the phone and get some estimates and really kind of map it out of what's going to be best for you as far as packing and shipping. You know, there are actually a lot of people who can actually ship through just even padded envelopes. So depending on what your product is, that could work for you also. But definitely you want to make sure that there's a way to track it because you also want to take that customer experience further and provide that information to your client. All right, and if you need a retail business license, or is there another one I should be looking for? So when you're starting off, you do need to get a business license to actually sell. And
Yeah, it would depend on your state. Let me just switch this over. I'm
okay.
trying to figure out how to get the other people here in. We have Kathy and Eileen and a bunch of people
Oh, great.
are hanging out somewhere else, but they're not in here. We're going to try and chat with them live. Ladies, if you can hear me, you can. I can only see people at the bottom. Oh, you can't hear us, Kathy. Okay. You want to make sure that you're getting a resale license, actually. So each state has a different thing that they call that. In California, it's called a resale license. In New York State, it's called Port of Authority. Like you get something through the Port of Authority, it's a little bit different name for the business license. I don't know why I can't think of it now. So each state is going to be a little bit different. All right, Robin, I'm switching the screen back over to you.
There's and a lot of times they call it like a tax ID, but again, definitely check with your state, and
you want to make sure that you're getting a resale license. Okay, can you, Loella, can you make sure that you turn off the YouTube thing since you're on the live thing now? You're on the live chat now. So I just muted you. Okay. Can you hear us? Oh, she just dropped out. Okay. Well, it worked for one person.
Okay. So so what we were saying? We're saying, oh, you definitely want to make sure. Oh, here we go.
Okay, now I can hear you, Loella. Can you hear me? Can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you guys.
Okay, great. Yay! I'm going to just put you on mute for a second, and then we're going to come to you in one moment, okay? All right. Robin, okay, let's finish this question, and then we'll get to her live coaching.
So regarding retail business license, as Tracy said, you want to make sure you check with your state. Some people call it a tax ID number, but you definitely need you do need a retail business license or number or a tax ID number, and that is, you can go on to LegalZoom.com, and they can help you with that. They do charge a fee for their services. Or you can actually call, you might be able to call like the Chamber of Commerce and find out a little bit more information. So,
well, usually you can just Google California State Board of Equalization, or how do I get a resale license in Texas, or whatever, wherever, and it will come up. You don't really need to list that through Google. You don't necessarily need to do something like that through LegalZoom. You'd probably want to work directly with your state. However, it might be, if that's easier for you to work through LegalZoom, that is definitely an option. But we definitely recommend LegalZoom for, I'm just going to switch the camera here, for things like getting an LLC or changing into an S Corp, if that's something that you want to do. Also, if you can't afford to hire like an attorney to set that up to you, because set that up for you, because it's a lot less expensive to do something like that through LegalZoom. All right, Loella, I'm gonna. Do you want to talk? Can you talk? Oh, I just muted you. Hold on a second. Okay, try talking now. Why does it say I muted you?
Okay.
Okay, now I can hear you. Yay! I'm gonna put you on camera for just a second.
Okay.
Welcome so much, and thanks. We're excited to do some laser coaching with you.
Well, I did the program already. So
oh, you signed up? Awesome.
Yeah,
we're so excited to have you. We're so excited to have you.
Thank you. Well, I'm excited to try and and do this, because I'm actually 9 months pregnant. So
congratulations!
Congratulations!
My baby
so
should
awesome.
be here in 3 weeks. But I also have a 13-month-old infant. So.
Oh wow, you have a lot going on. That's awesome. Are you wearing your earrings? They're hard to see on the. On the
yeah.
video.
These are kind of.
They look really pretty. It's hard to see. I'm like sticking that face in there.
Sorry.
Oh, those are gorgeous. Very nice. I love them.
Beautiful.
These are more of like the simple line that I use for wholesale.
Great.
I also have a one-of-a-kind line online that I sometimes wholesale, but mostly just do retail with that one. Custom.
Awesome.
So But yeah, I guess my question is, I noticed that when I signed up, that most of the chats are gonna be around 3 in the afternoon, and
Yes.
usually my infant is awake at that time. So one of my questions is, will I be able to access those videos later on? Because I probably won't be live during those.
Absolutely.
Robin, do you want to answer that? Why don't you go? I'm
Well,
gonna
first of
switch
all,
the screen over to you.
congratulations.
Thank
That's
you.
amazing.
Got your hands full, but we're
Yeah.
so excited. We're so excited for you to join us. And yes, we record everything.
Okay.
So when you're, up late at night doing a feeding, you can pop it, listen to it on, later when it's more calm for you. Absolutely. And you can send in questions because you're always able to send in questions. You could do it through our support, or if the day of you want to put it on Facebook, whatever's going to be easiest for you, we will absolutely answer everything.
Okay, thank you. Yeah,
You're welcome.
We'll see how everything goes. I don't really have any expectations. I don't want to make any expectations because I don't know how crazy things are going to be once the new baby gets here. But I'm currently doing mostly wholesale. I used to do mostly retail last year with some retail shows here like every weekend pretty much.
Where are you? Where are you?
I live in New Jersey, Newark, but
Great.
I usually did shows in New York, some shows in New Jersey, but mostly New York City.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, I want to hear something you're celebrating today.
I just got another reorder.
That's
So
awesome.
unexpected. And I'm celebrating this month that in a few days I'm sending an order to the San Francisco Museum of Fine Art. And
Oh, that's great.
That's so exciting. Tell me again, how long have you been in business?
Well, I've been selling jewelry since 2007.
Great.
I've been doing wholesale since last year, 2020.
Great.
I started doing this full time in 2011.
Awesome.
I'm not even sure now. Yeah, June 2020.
That's so great.
2 years now.
It sounds like your business is really growing. That's fantastic.
Well, it's kind of hard to see when you have a little baby you got to take care of. You feel that you're not doing enough. But looking back at my goals, I feel like I'm doing pretty good. I had my initial goal for wholesale was five new buyers, and I have almost 30 now.
Woo!
So,
that's fantastic.
Good.
Awesome. That is amazing.
Slow growth, so it's pretty good.
That
is
amazing.
Thank you.
Your goal was 5 and you got 30. I love it. I just want one more little quick insight about how you did this. Were you able to how did you, you had a goal of 5, so what switched internally to get you to the 30?
Well, my first 2 wholesale accounts were actually very random orders that I got at some of the shows. So they found me at the show and they placed the orders. And then the rest of them have been from doing the wholesale shows. So I've done the buyer's market, I've done the New York gift show. The first time at the buyer's market, it was a good turnout for my first time. And that kind of just catapulted everything. The New Year gift show was pretty good. And then this year, I went back to the buyer's market and I did much better. And that's where I got my order from the San Francisco Museum of Fine Arts. And it was just a really good turnout. It was actually the deciding point whether I was going to continue with wholesale because I was doubting whether it was a good idea.
I know. It's
But once,
not for everyone.
Yeah. Once I saw the turnout, I thought, I'll continue with it. So that's where I am right now.
I'll have to go visit your jewelry in San Francisco because I live very close to the city.
Oh yeah, they should have everything by the end of the week. So hopefully,
Great.
I'm not
Great.
sure when they're putting everything up, but they'll let me know. They'll send me pictures. I'm really
Now,
excited.
because you're having another child, are you in a few weeks? Are you doing any more shows for the rest of the year?
Well, I was hoping to do the New Year gift show, but it's happening right around my due date, so that's not
Yes.
going to happen. And
Okay.
then I was hoping to do the buyer's market next year, and that's not going to happen either because my baby will be about 5 months, and I'm planning to breastfeed. So my plan is to contact all my buyers and especially my return buyers, send them the samples for the new pieces. So I'll bring the show to them. Um,
Do you
and
have line sheets? You probably don't need to send samples to all of them.
well, I won't send samples to all of them, just my really good return buyers. Some of them have reordered
Awesome.
6 times, so
That's
I
amazing.
think I have that relationship with them.
You're like, I think I can send some samples.
Yeah, I think I feel comfortable doing that. Then
That's
the rest, I
awesome.
probably just send like the new catalog, the new line sheet. Mm.
And
Yeah,
definitely,
I see Kathy
definitely.
just popped in. Kathy, I'm just gonna put you on mute for a sec. Wait, actually, Kathy, say something.
Hey, can you hear me?
Okay, I can hear you. I'm just gonna put you on mute. Yay! I'm gonna
Okay.
put you on mute really quickly, just so until Lily ends her little combo. Is that cool?
Oh yeah, totally fine.
Awesome. Okay.
I was just going
All
to
right.
say that you have this great base of customers, so I think it's wonderful to follow up and communicate with them when you have your new jewelry. But it's also if you can before the baby comes, write some little notes to them,
Yeah,
just to that one little extension of connection.
yeah,
Um,
that's my plan, especially because it's already, you know, August is around the corner, and I know they're all getting ready to start ordering for Christmas, so gotta make that push before the new baby
Yes,
comes.
and I even suggest like do notes now, thanking them for their orders that they've placed, but also write out notes to send out probably the September towards the end of September, beginning of October to remind them of like, do you need another order or just a
Yeah,
follow up so you're not so it's kind of done for you.
that's true.
You're going to have your hands full. We
Oh
know
yeah.
that. Exciting.
Thank
Very exciting. Lots of exciting things for you this year.
Well, last year I did the gift show. My 13-month-old was 8 weeks old, and looking back, I can't believe that I pulled it off. I had a new catalog, worked really hard on it. I still don't know how it all happened, but sometimes everything works out.
That's the
Wonderful.
truth. All right, we're so happy for you. It sounds like everything's going great, and we can't wait to work with you starting on Thursday.
Yeah, I'm really
Yay!
excited. This is exactly what I needed, so it's a
Maybe by
good
next year you'll have 60 wholesale accounts.
I hope so.
We'll double it for you. All right, I'm going to put you on mute, but feel free to hang out here and listen, okay? All right, we're going to add Kathy in. Oh, wait, Kathy, talk just to see if I can hear you. Ah! Kathy! Oh, no, what did I do? You're making faces. I'm going to change this over to Robin. Robin, do we have any more questions in the queue that you want to...
Always good questions. All right.
I think if I mute you once, oh my God, Kathy, am I going to have to tell you to hang up and call back in and not me? You poor thing. You're like, this is not worth it. I can't hear you for some reason. This
Don't
time
feel
I
bad,
did.
Kathy. It happened to me.
Sarah, can you
Yes.
Ah! Yes! Wait, say it again. Do it again.
see there's
Oh my God.
me?
Keep talking. Keep talking. Okay, now I can hear you. Okay,
Hey,
no more muting. Okay.
no more muting.
All right, Kathy, you're on screen. Okay, wow, it's a yellow background over there.
I know. I don't know why it's yellow.
Well, I like yellow because it kind of shows your sunny disposition.
Exactly.
So, Kathy, give us one or two or three things that you're celebrating today.
What am I celebrating? I'm on the right side of the dirt. No,
Yes.
just kidding. No, I've gotten a lot of orders for my new work. My rep did
Awesome.
the LA gift show 2 weekends ago, and she got a lot of orders, so that's good. And I'm starting to get orders trickle in from some email blasts that I've done, and I do a wholesalecrafts.com, and I've been getting orders for that, so that looks really
Oh,
promising.
that's great.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, you have a really good experience with wholesalecrafts.com, don't you?
Yeah, I do really well on there.
With wholesalecrafts.com.
Yeah.
For all
Yeah.
of you that want to wholesale and your products actually priced correctly, we've heard a lot of designers having really good success with wholesalecrafts.com. So it might be something for some of you to look into.
Yeah, I mean, my recommendation is they do a weekly email blast, and you can do it every other week. They don't allow you to do back-to-back placements, but it's a great way to get exposure. And
Awesome.
when I go to shows, I'll have many customers that I've never met before say, "Oh, I've been following you on wholesalecrafts.com. I wanted to see your work in person." Blah,
Oh,
blah,
that's
blah.
fantastic.
Yeah, so it
Great.
really does reach that segment of buyers.
So, Kathy, why don't you tell everyone your brand so that they know and they can look you up?
Okay, I'm Kathy Lowe Rocks at kathylowe.com, and the work that you see on my website is actually different than the work I wholesale. So the work on my website is personalized jewelry that we make with customers' photos and messages, and it's personalized on a person level. And the work we wholesale is related, but it's personalized with locations. So we do map jewelry, we do jewelry now we're starting to do with airport codes and postage cancellation stamps. And then we also have some other lines that relate to color, and it's sold mainly in gift and small craft galleries.
Oh, awesome.
Okay.
I love it. And we love having you in this community. So do you have any
Well, thank
questions
you.
for us, or do you just want to, do you feel it just like wrapping? What do you feel like?
Do you want me to say anything? I just have had a great experience, and I love being part of the community. And then also, you know, I have so many friends that do know a lot about marketing and business, but none of them are jewelry designers. So it's
Right.
great to have both, right? That understand the jewelry, but also understand, you know, the subtleties of the business and can provide support, etc.
Well,
Yeah,
thanks, Kathy. And Kathy's one of our mastermind students. We've been working with her for the past, since January,
Yeah.
to help her grow her business. And it's been a lot of fun seeing her evolve, because I'm just going to change this over since I'm talking so people can see who's actually talking. It's not just you, your head, Kathy. And I think it's been so great to see your evolution, especially, you know, you've made a lot of changes. You are introducing a lot of video into your site. Have you implemented the video stuff yet?
We're still working on it. So we've
Okay.
got the design approved, and now it's just the web designers have to make it work from like a nuts and bolts standpoint. But it's close.
Awesome.
Yeah,
Awesome.
I'm excited.
I really can't wait to see your site, because one of my favorite designers who worked with us at Flourish and Thrive and also did my personal jewelry website, Christine Thatcher, designed it for you, didn't she?
Yeah,
I thought
yeah,
so.
and she's
Yeah.
great. Thank you.
Awesome. Yeah. Anyway, and Kathy started switching up her marketing, and I know she's been profiling like some of her clients and stuff on her blog, and really switching up her newsletter. And you know, it's been so awesome to just see your evolution and kind of how you've grown. Robin, don't you think so?
Well, what's amazing, I've known Kathy for, gosh, how many years now?
Probably like 4 or 5.
We met through a mutual friend, but we met at the Atlanta gift show. So many
That's
years
so
ago.
funny. And you guys both live in San Francisco Bay Area.
Yeah. We're both from Texas. We've known
Yeah.
each other all our lives.
I know. Probably related.
Yeah.
But it's
So
been
funny.
awesome. It's been really awesome to see the transition. And in this time, not only have you kind of repositioned yourself and looking at the lines that you have, but you also moved your studio.
Yeah.
And you've had to deal with turnover of employees.
Yeah.
I mean, you've had all these amazing things and challenging things happen, but what's really awesome to see is just kind of this, I feel like this is really blossoming. I feel like
Yeah.
your business is really coming together and blossoming.
Yeah. It's been good. It's been great.
So,
It will be great.
yeah, I'm super excited for New York to see everything live.
Yeah, I think
I
I'm
know.
excited too.
And all your new designs that are coming up.
Yeah, yeah, there's a lot more. So that's just the
A lot
beginning of
more.
it. So yeah.
Just the beginning. Kathy, thank you so much for being here today with us. I'm going to put you back on the screen.
Okay.
We're on our first Google Hangout, which, had some technical difficulties to start with. But thank you for being here today, and it's like so awesome to just be working with you and everything. Is there anything else that you want to add or say, or what's your website? Kathy Lowe Rocks, or KathyLoweRocks.com, right?
KathyLowe.com.
KathyLowe.com.
KathyLowe.
I should know that.
Yeah.
I'm always looking at it.
Yeah.
Kathy with a K.
With a K. Exactly.
Kathy with a K.
L-O.
The Y.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks, honey.
Okay.
Thanks for being with us today.
Thank you.
Thanks.
All right. Robin, what other questions do we have? I know we were supposed to have my Peck on the phone with us, and for some reason, she hasn't gotten the new link yet. Hold on a second. I'm going to email her back. Okay, well, we're just going to actually answer your questions since you're having difficulty getting in here. The next time we do this, we're going to have a lot better. We're actually going to have a lot better technology set up so that it's not so challenging. Let's see. I'm reading from my iPhone.
You want me to?
Okay.
There's a question that.
Ask me my question. Okay, do you want to ask it, Robin? Go ahead.
Yeah.
Let's ask that question.
We have someone who wrote in and said they had a great year last year, and is this course going to help her? And she was kind of winging it.
Oh, yeah, I can tell you a little bit more about that question because I cut and pasted it from my other email address. And basically, this designer had a really great year, just haphazardly, trying to wing it as she went along. And she was wondering, like, do I really need this, And she felt as though, like, one of the things that she was really lacking is goal setting and really being accountable to making those goals. So I know, Robin, that's like one of your favorite things to talk about. So why don't I put you on right here? Okay.
Well, winging it, even though we had a little challenge with our Google Hangout.
And sometimes you have to wing it, right?
But ideally, you don't want to have to. You want to map things out. And we talk about, really creating a roadmap for your business and setting goals and making those goals really obtainable. Because by kind of working backwards, what are you trying to get to? But work it backwards so we can chunk it down into really bite-sized pieces where it's much more digestible and doable. So
I have something else to add to that, Robin.
Okay.
Like my take on this, and it's someone that we've worked with before. She doesn't know that we're answering this question, so I'm not going to say her name. And she's done our courses and had a lot of success. And part of, I think, what I would say about this, about the fact that, I'll switch the thing so it's on me, so it's not just your talking, your not talking head. What I would say about this more than anything is that, like, if you didn't put intention behind it and you had a great year, well, that's fantastic. But if you started putting intention and attention and focusing on growing your business, just think of how much better it could be. So, absolutely. That's kind of more where I see, breaking down goals and everything is like definitely the start of that. But then when you start to put attention and intention behind it, that's when things really start to expand. And I love Loli's little example. Like, I had a goal of 5 wholesale accounts. Well, if you have a really conservative goal and then you end up like totally blowing it out of the water and end up getting 30 wholesale accounts in your first year or during the holiday season, like, how awesome is that just by putting intention behind it? So I think that really is one of the things where I see where this course is going to help anyone who joins. It doesn't matter what level of business you are. If you've been doing this for 30 years and you already have a successful business, it could only get better. Typically, we don't work with people who have been in business that long, but 10 years in business or 5 years, or even if it's just your first year, because ultimately the goal is like really you're only competing with yourself. And I don't like to use the word competing, but we say that in the sense that you're trying to increase over what you did last year. And so maybe you're competing with your last year's figures trying to have an increase. And part of it is that you're only kind of like really working with the numbers that you have and your goals, which I love because it takes out the envy or I'm not good enough aspect to it, and also like I should be much further along at this stage in my life or at this stage in my business, or at this blank, fill in the blank, right, Robin?
Absolutely. I also, and it's absolutely about putting intention, because you can, but also if you have intention and no action, what's the point? So it all
Right.
has to really go together. And in addition to that, it's putting those kind of things, we like to call them systems and processes in place, because when you're winging it, there is no system. There is no.
Yeah. There's no system.
No, it's flying by the seat of your pants, and you hope you can replicate what you just did. And it just, so by taking all these steps, starting off with the intention piece, but also setting up things and systems and processes and goals. Like, it is exactly what you said. The sky's the limit. The sky is not the limit. Like, anything is possible.
Anything's possible. Well, the sky is infinite, so infinity is the limit.
Exactly.
The infinity is no limit. Okay, so I'm just going to read it off my phone since it's easier to switch back and forth from the Google Doc. Okay. And this is from who couldn't make it live, or she was having difficulty with the link, so I apologize for that in advance. And we'll answer your question now. As to my question, I feel like I'm doing everything right. I have 2 assistants helping me make my jewelry. I'm on a 4-month PR campaign with an agency. I have 2 sales reps. I do social media, although not extremely consistent. I do SEO, even in the works of having my jewelry distributed in Canada and Australia. But if it wasn't for my freelance website work, which my husband believes should be 100% pure income that I pay myself directly, I wouldn't have any profit at all. I know these things take momentum, but I can't help but think something is wrong. I'd really like to start making monthly 5 figures. I like that. Mm-hmm. I believe I can increase my profit with more revenue and scale up, but it's been 2 years and I'm not there yet. Maybe there's really no market for my type of jewelry. Maybe I'm pricing too high. Maybe there's an obvious flaw in my business model that I'm just not seeing. These are great observations and questions, and we will try to answer what we can here. And I really wish you were on the line with us so that we can actually speak to you about this, because I think this is really important. It definitely could be a factor of all those things. It sounds like your jewelry, I didn't read the type of jewelry, but I'm just going to leave it out right now, that you have a really specific niche market that you work with. And so I think maybe one of the things that might be missing is that you're not really marketing towards your dream client, which is something that we focus on a lot over here at Flourish and Thrive Academy. Because once you really have your focus and energy on your dream client and understand like who you're really marketing and selling to, it makes everything else a lot easier. It also could be that you have such a specific niche that over time you might need to expand your collection. I'm not quite sure, but that's something that you'll have to determine as time goes on. And it's okay. Like 2 years, isn't that long to be in business. In fact, when I started my first jewelry business, when I was doing it part-time along with something else, it took me about 6 years to do it full-time. So part of the time I was in school, part of the time I was in transition with my life. I was getting married and I had another job that like paid the bills. And I did this like in the evenings and had trunk shows and all that stuff. And I made extra cash on the side, which was great. It helped me pay for my wedding and my honeymoon, which was fantastic at the time. And it wasn't until like I actually kind of got over my fear and like took the big leap that it actually worked out that I was able to do it full time. So, for everyone it's a little bit different, and your situation is going to be unique to you. So, I really encourage you to spend the next 4 or 5 months with us, because I know you signed up for Ramp Up, which we're really excited. to really hone in on all of these things that you're questioning. And it could be pricing and stuff too. You know, you want to make sure that for the type of jewelry that you're designing, that you're pricing it correctly, and without actually seeing the price point and everything, that's going to be a little bit hard to answer. And as far as the business model, I mean, these are all things that once we get to know you a little bit better, we'd love to answer, you know, in the community group, and like also take questions from you on our calls, because it's gonna, we can get the one-on-one with you. And I'm super bummed that we weren't able to get you on the line. Robin, I want to see what you have to say about all this.
Well, I also I love what you said about dream client, because it's such a niche of what she's doing, that to really go where that client is. And there, and from your email, I see that it's really focused on food jewelry, and to go after it. There's such a food movement. There are markets like Central Market or Whole Foods, or there's also a wonderful magazine called Edible. So I would focus on really targeting where that customer, that dream client of yours is, because the shows on, I mean, there's a whole food network too. So really take some time to even Google and take a look at what's out there of where your dream client is, and really hone in on who that person is, because there's a market for everything, I'm convinced. And it's just really honing in on that customer, that client of yours. So and we have such incredible tools with the internet. It's amazing. So, and there's I know where I live, there's a whole slow food movement too. So I would even say like certain areas of Oregon, San Francisco, Los Angeles, New York, some of those areas to kind of hone in on, and especially the specialty markets.
Yes.
So.
Absolutely. Whoops. You okay, Rob?
Yeah.
So I have the rest of that other question.
Oh, great.
So she had an awesome year last year. Will you be guiding us? She wants to know about the course because she's a little bit on the fence of whether or not she should sign up. And she's asked, will you be guiding us, saying when to do certain things like free shipping, sending out holiday gift guides, etc., or do we need to figure that out for ourselves? That would be the one thing I need, since I tend to come up with if sales are slow, and just do it on a whim. Actually, we're going to be absolutely 100% giving you sort of week by week guided things that you should be doing that week. And, you know, it might not be that we say, okay, on the week of November 21st, offer free shipping, but we'll be sending out something like, okay, on the week of November 21st, here are several ways that you can incentivize your clients to purchase now. One of them might be free shipping, one of them might be a special of the week, one of them might be, you know, whatever it is. So our goal in here is to give you week by week, month by month, hand-holding, step-by-step guides of things that you can utilize in your business. And it's not a one-stop formula. You know, we really encourage you to come up with the ideas that are going to be most useful for your business. And I say this because, like, for my business, I don't really offer specials or anything like that typically. So, like, offering free shipping is not going to really incentivize someone to buy from me. It might be giving some other level of service, or, you know, something like that. I mean, a custom business model is very different than something where you're making product and selling it off your website. So this is what I mean, that we'll have guidelines for several types of businesses and suggestions on things you can do to help grow your business. And Robin and I were really adamant on really splitting it up by division. And if you notice, if you grabbed our 151 ways to boost your holiday sales, you notice that we really split it out into types of business. Like, there are certain sales things that you can do in general, but there are specific things that you can actually do for each type of business, like wholesale, retail, etc. So, Robin, anything to add to that?
Yeah, I think it's you covered pretty much everything, but your business is your business, and I think it's, you know, really important to. This is an opportunity for you to learn more about your business, and also be open to learning new things. And I think
Right.
this is why our courses are so wonderful, is that you also have the community to bounce things off of.
Yes.
So if it's something you haven't tried before, you can ask someone, has this been successful for you? You know, what type of business model do you have, and has this particular incentive been successful for you? So it's really nice to have that support and community, and to know when you're trying something new that you've got a whole team behind you wanting you to be successful.
This is true. Yay. And so I just want to give Andrea props, because she got, we were talking on a coaching call that we were having. She had celebrity placement, and the celebrity tweeted out about her jewelry. So I just want to congratulate you on that and tell everyone, if you don't know Andrea Wysocki, you should check out Andrea Wysocki Jewelry. We know she has it on her website, and I think she might have an Etsy site too. I'm not 100% sure. But she also asked if she can use the image publicly, since it was tweeted by the celebrity, and the answer is 100% absolutely yes. I would also do a screenshot of the tweet and insert it into one of your newsletters and a blog post, so that you can really leverage that as much as possible. And one of the things that I'm really excited about, and Robin, we've talked about this before, are all of the bonuses that the bonus contributors that we have. We've talked about them many times. We have Maya Brenner, we have Tim Adam and Lisa Jacobs coming, we have Sue B, the Instagram gal, we have Mickey Lynn, we have Town and Reese, the designers from Town and Reese, who are also PR people. We have Tara Gentili, we have Cher Ross, who's like a real-life rock star, who's going to teach us how to rock our videos. We have, I know I'm forgetting someone. Who else am I forgetting, Robin?
Oh, gosh.
I'm doing a little training on writing from your heart. I'm not trained as a writer, but I've learned over the years how to write stories to engage my audience. So I'm going to teach you kind of how to use your story in engagement. Who else, Robin? Am I missing anyone?
I think you caught everybody. But there's more. I mean, we have
Who else? What else do we have?
We have more. We have more people joining our wonderful bonuses. So, Tracy, just really quickly.
Oh, you mean we have more? We're adding more people. Yes, we are definitely adding more people. You're on the screen now, Robin.
May wrote in that she didn't get the email. She'd love to come join us live. So.
I know. I sent her the link like 4 times, and for some reason it didn't work. Okay. She didn't get it, so I don't really know what to do about that.
Okay. Got it.
Do we have any more questions on the Facebook page? Did anyone ask anything there?
We don't have any. You know what? Actually, we have a question that came in from Valletta, and she asked, how do you know if your work is good enough? I sell pretty well at artist markets, but I don't do well on my Etsy site. Well, really, really good question.
Wait, repeat the question, Robin, and we just got another question on Facebook, so I'm going to answer that after.
Okay. How do you know if your work is good enough? And she says, I sell pretty well at artist markets, but I don't do well on my Etsy site.
Oh, that is really all about you, honey. That's what I would have to say. Having confidence. You know who we missed is one of my favorite. There's 2 awesome people who are joining us, and that is Erica Learmark. She's going to teach us about sales and having confidence. That's like so important. Robin, will you pop over to the Ramp Up page just to make sure that I didn't forget anyone? Because I feel like I'm forgetting like 5 people. And like Robin said, we're adding a bunch more people. But the one thing, like, okay, so you know that your audience loves your work. When they see it in person, they're buying it. So I'd ask you a few questions about internally what's going on. Like, am I good enough? I think that's a false belief, because we're all good enough and we're all very talented. Once again, it probably comes back to really targeting your dream clients online and how you're setting up your Etsy shop. You know, Robin and I love Etsy and think it's a great resource as a second resource. But if you're not branding yourself on your website, sometimes it can be hard for people to find you. And so we just want to reiterate that. And we know a lot of designers who have both a personal website where they sell online on their personal website, but they also have Etsy sites. And I know Robin and I are not Etsy experts. That's why we call people in like Tim, Adam, and Lisa Jacobs, who are Etsy experts, to teach us more about Etsy and all of the things that need to happen with that. And they are definitely going to be talking more about how you can, what you need to be doing on your Etsy site and how you can make it better and for your clients. But I'll also ask you, how are you photographing your jewelry? Like, is it easy to understand? And is the lighting good? You know, typically the best way to photograph jewelry for web is on a white background. The exception to that is lifestyle shots. For instance, on my website, I have a lot of pieces that are on gray slate. Well, I'm not trying to do e-commerce on my site, and they're just like a lifestyle shot of something that I designed that I used for a promotion. So, you know, that's sort of the other thing that I would want to throw out there for you as things to think about. And of course, you're good enough. You're selling in markets, and people are like eating up your work. Robin, do you have anything else to say about that?
I agree with you. I think it's about confidence, and it's also about don't judge. First of all, don't compare yourself to anybody else.
Absolutely not.
Don't judge by just Etsy alone. You know, there are other avenues.
It's overall business.
It is overall business, and also give yourself the opportunity to engage in conversation with the people that are buying from you at these markets. What did you like about it? What drew your attention? You know, learn about them, because then you can actually market better. So
absolutely.
So kind of, you know, don't throw in the towel, or you know, this is about you and your desire and your creativity. So no, you know, there's a wonderful. I was at a museum recently, and there are so many artists on every level, every aspect. There's so many different. A jewelry designer. There's so many different forms of art. So each artist is unique to themselves. So I think it's hard to have ask somebody if you should be doing this, because it comes from within. In fact, when Tracy closed down her business to start her she didn't know she was actually going to go back into jewelry, but it's a passion within her that she couldn't help, and she had to go. She had to continue designing, and I mean, there was no choice for her.
There really wasn't a choice. Thanks for pointing that out. I tried to run away. I tried to run away, and I'm just going to change the screen here. I tried to run away and be a full-time yoga teacher for a while, and although yoga is another passion of mine, and up until recently, like very recently, a couple weeks ago, I was still teaching yoga, but my new yoga is hanging out with jewelry designers and teaching them the yoga of jewelry now. That I no longer had the bandwidth to do everything. So, you know, I tried to not be a jewelry designer, but it was just, I felt empty without actually doing this, and I knew it was exactly what I needed to be doing. In fact, when Robin and I were in creation mode for our first course last year, it really sucked so much time out of my schedule that I actually wasn't really designing jewelry that much, and I had a little bit of a breakdown privately to her, and I'm like, Robin, I know that what I need to be doing is making jewelry, and this is like, it's so hard because I've been spending so much time doing this, and I love doing this work, and it's not that, but it's just like I need a balance, and I need to be doing both. And she was like, at the end of the course, she's like, yeah, you really realize that you really need to be making jewelry.
But it's good. It's good to have those moments, those realizations.
It was like a huge aha for me. All right, you're back on the screen. I'm gonna ask this last question that we got on the Facebook page.
Okay, great.
Another question. Oh, did you check out the ramp up page? Did I miss anyone besides Erica? I feel like I missed someone else.
I think you got everybody. I'm just having some technical issues here logging in.
Okay, I'm gonna go. I'll look at it in a second after I answer this question. I'll let you answer this question. This is a really fantastic question. I'm wondering if there will be any element of critique in Ramp Up Your Holiday Sales with both peers and groups and group leaders. For example, can I submit packaging design for feedback on the Facebook page? I'm looking for very constructive, honest feedback. I love this question, and it's so relevant.
Can we have a residing yes?
So, Robin, why don't you tell a little bit about the experience? Ooh, we are having a little bit of website difficulty. We're going to have to figure out what's going on there. So, Robin, yeah, in the Facebook group, we definitely have the opportunity for feedback from all of our designers, because that's what the group is for. So if you have any questions, pretty much anything goes. You can ask for feedback for just about anything. The only thing that we ask is you keep any negative comments to a low. I mean, if you're needing support, of course, we want, if you're feeling low, we encourage you to post that there so that people can hold you up. But we do not tolerate any criticism of the other designers in the group, in the public forum, or anything else like that. This is all a place for constructive feedback and to really support each other and help each other out. So, Robin, do you have anything else to add to that?
Yeah. Yes, it's constructive feedback. It's also what's really wonderful, and we really encourage, it's a place to ask for feedback on things, but it's also a place to share your success. So if you are getting any sort of press, or you're really happy with some new pieces you've created, share it with everyone, because it also creates this amazing energy, and it kind of keeps things moving forward for you. And the positive energy is incredible. So we like to share success.
Yay! All right. So, Robin, we hope that you will, Robin and I hope that you'll join us for Ramp Up Your Holiday Sales. We'll be sending out an email shortly with a preview of this, also with the link to join us for the program. If you have any questions, feel free to email us anytime today at support@flourishthriveacademy.com, and we'll get right on that to help you. So, Robin, why don't you say goodbye? I'm gonna actually, let me click back. Or actually, why don't you say goodbye first, and then I'll do it now.
Thank you all for joining us. We're super excited to have our very first Google Hangout, and appreciate you all coping with us while we're dealing with some tech issues to start. But we're excited to have another way of reaching out. So thank you all so much for joining us, and we hope to have you involved in our community in some way, shape, or form.
Absolutely. Thank you, everyone. Thanks for being here. Have a good day.
Bye.
Bye.